Hey guys, welcome back. It's Jen with Happy Humble Home, and today we're going to be doing a video for another kitchen gadget that I got for Christmas. But before we jump into that, make sure that if you haven't already subscribed, that you go ahead and hit subscribe to the YouTube channel, and then also click that little notification bell so that way you get notified of any adventures coming up here on Happy Humble Home. All right, y'all, let's get into our kitchen gadget video. Alright guys, so like I said, this is a kitchen gadget video. This is a electric mason jar vacuum sealer. I have not actually used this. I got it for Christmas and I just haven't got around to using it yet. So I thought it would be fun to do a video on it for me using it the very first time. This is a Everjar vacuum sealer. So it comes with these the lids. I think it comes with both wide mouth and regular mouth lids. There, just your basic lids. Come with this little tool which has come in handy a lot for opening some of my mason jars, so I was really happy with that. So that I have actually used. And then just the little charger here is all that's in this white box that sits on top. And these, like, there's no names on them, but they're just your basic canning lids there. And then we have just the actual jar, or sorry, sealer, not the jar. Now this does, I think this setting, let's see, so this I think is the regular mouth with this little attachment on, and then you just turn it. It does have a lock and unlock, so you just turn it and then it pops off. And this is your wide mouth sealer, you can kind of see, and then it just, again, you just line it back up with the line there, and then just pop it back on. So super easy to use. And then the only thing I've done with it was to make sure, okay, that you can see it's at 82%. I think it's at 82, right? Oh no, stop. Sorry, 89% battery. So when you hit it, like when you turn it on, you can briefly see right there, like 89% battery. So that's how you check your battery life. And then you can hear it just go straight to the charger. It is just this little, what is this, a micro USB-C? Is that like USB Type-C port, I think? I don't know. But anyways, that's the kind of charger it comes with. So I've kind of looked through the instructions. They're very basic, easy. You just click the little key to start and stop it. And that's that. So we're gonna turn the camera around here and we're gonna see how this works on both a wide mouth jar and a regular mouth jar. Okay, so first, this is my wide mouth jar. This is just a jar of dried basil that I have, so there's no powders or anything like that. I've never actually used one of these type before. If you've watched my other video, I have a video on using my food saver with the attachments, but I'll get into that a little bit more later. But for right now, we're just gonna go ahead and test this, and then I'll talk about this versus my other one once I actually use this. But this is just a basic ball canning jar with a Kerr lid. It's not sealed, you know, obviously by any means. So I'm just gonna take this little towel here just to make sure I don't have anything around my jar. And then, so I'm gonna take it off because I think this is the wide mouth. And to my knowledge, that's all we're supposed to do. Like, I hear it hit, I don't know if you could hear it, but I could hear it depress the little ping button. So we're gonna see how this works. And you can see. Vibrating on the counter, so I don't really know. Okay, so I guess that means that it's done. So now we're just gonna, it definitely looks, like, you can definitely see how it's depressed, and like, it's not, well, that's interesting. And it's like I definitely, yeah. So that seems like that's actually on there really secure. Like, you can see kind of how, I mean. So far that one works. That works really good. I have another one. This is just one that I've actually just been storing because it's just dried orange peels. So, and I just didn't, I think this was one that I had actually sealed with my, excuse me, with my other food saver attachments. Again, I'll link the video up there if you're interested in that kind of jar vacuum sealer. But personally, I think this is gonna work better because the other one did not hold the, like, it didn't stay sealed very long. Like in a couple of weeks or something, I would go check the jar and the lid was pretty loose, or it was easy to pop off. So I'm like, I know it didn't seal it fully like this one seems to have done, but time will tell on that. So I've just been storing this with a ring on it because I do use it fairly frequently, but we're gonna have some fun with it today and try the regular mouth attachment. So we're just gonna line up my little gold line, whoops, and then help if I try to put it in there. So, and then we're just gonna lock it in place. And then, I don't know if you can try to hear, but, okay, well, I didn't hear it there. All right, and then we're just gonna push the button, and it's, I don't know if it matters if I'm tilting it or not, but I just wanted you to see the numbers go up. I don't really know if that's seconds, excuse me, or what, but because it doesn't show percentage, so I don't really know. Because this one's going longer than this one did, so I don't really know why. And see, that one I heard some air release, so again, I don't know. I mean, you can see again, it's pretty nice and depressed. See, that time I could, see that one, I could actually pop off. Now, I had to do that pretty rough, but it did pop off easier. Now, I'm curious, hang on. We're gonna see what it says that those numbers are while it's actually, it says correctly select the required caliber sealer, either wide mouth or regular mouth. Put the food into the mason jar. Do not let the food be completely filled. It is recommended that the food should not exceed the bottom thread of the mason jar mouth in order to achieve a better vacuum effect. So obviously it doesn't need to, the very bottom jar, so it doesn't really need to go above this line right here, I'm guessing, is what they mean. Yeah, because they show a little diagram right there, so yeah, that would make sense. Yes, you're supposed to press down until the sealer compresses the bottle cap. So until it compresses this little, that little part, you are supposed to push the mason jar, the sealer down till that is pushed. Let's see here. That during the process, sorry, I was reading that. That due to the vacuum pressure generated between the electric mason jar sealer and the mouth of the jar, it is necessary to press with greater force during the pressing down process to confirm that the sealer is tightly pressed against the bottle cap. When the power display is lower than 20%, time to charge it. It is recommended to keep vacuumizing, that's what it says, vacuumizing, for more than 20 seconds. So yeah, okay, so we're gonna try that one again because this one seemed to work really well. So we're gonna try that again. Maybe, I don't know if I didn't have it all the way down or what. And this time, you know what, I'm gonna set it on a towel because I can hear it vibrating across the counter. So I don't know if that's coming across on the speaker as kind of an annoying background noise. So we're just gonna do this. So that's like, yeah, the lid. The lid stays down. All right, now, come on. All right. So I don't know if I wipe that down either. So there you go. Okay, that'll be fine. All right, so now we're gonna, okay, so now let's, and it says, so I guess those are seconds it's counting. So I'm just gonna kind of keep pressure on it. We will find out, y'all. Like I said, I've never used this before, but I was really excited because So it says more, so we're at 20, so that time it shut off at 23 seconds. Whereas the other time it took almost 30 and I was able to pop it off. So again, it seems from the outside like it has a good seal. So we're gonna see if I can, see that one I can pop off. Here's now if I can pop this one off. Interesting. So I've never had a vacuum sealer like this. Like the only one that I've used was was the one that comes with, or the one that was compatible with my food saver, because it had the hose. Again, I'll leave that link up there in the description. But what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna try to pull these off, because when I just grab them, like I'm actually having to force them off. So there is, and when I do, you can hear the air go back into the containers. So what I'm curious though is how long that seal will actually last. Because what I found out with my other one was that, again, over time, them sitting in the cabinet, they would lose, and see, I can hear that one push down the ping. They would lose the seal. So maybe that's just something that like vacuum jars do versus a vacuum sealed bag that's in my freezer or something, or versus like using something like that's actual pressure canned, or you know, what is it? Water bath canning. There you go. And maybe that's just, there you go. And I mean, because it's not, like clearly if it was loose, it would be coming off right now, and it's not. And so we're going to see, but I am curious to see how long the seal will last. And maybe that's something y'all can let me know in the comment section. Maybe that's just part of doing, you know, like these kinds of jars, is that you're not going to be able to get them sealed as well as if you use like the, how you do the pressure canning or the water bath canning process. But it's still going to be good for like dried herbs, and it will still last on a shelf a lot longer than just having to store them with the rings or something like that. So somebody else, y'all can let me know in the comment section below if you've kind of used that, and that's common for really any type of vacuum sealer of this sort. But we're gonna, nope, I did that backwards. No, did I already put that? Okay, I don't know what I'm doing here. All right, so this is the narrow mouth one. So again, and then this time we're gonna go again. And I'm just keeping, I'm not keeping a lot of pressure, I'm just kind of lightly pushing it down. Not like, I'm just kind of lightly holding it. But I do like how small this is, because one reason my other one, I find myself not using it. See, that time it cut off at 22 again. So again, y'all, like I can clearly lift up. So I'm kind of curious, but I think this one will work out better for me, because one thing I also find myself not doing with the bigger one is if I want to seal just like 1 or 2 jars like this, and I don't have a lot to seal necessarily, I just find myself not wanting to drag out my big food saver, which is not even that big of a food saver, but it's up in the cabinet. I don't feel like pulling it out and then getting out the hose and then getting out the attachments when it won't even seal for as long as I want. So honestly, I think the last time that I probably sealed something in the jar was probably when I made that video. So it's just, I like how convenient this is. And I mean, yep, like it's at 84%. So it's used up like maybe 5% battery with it. So if, like I said, I don't know if the amount, how long the seal lasts is just something that is part of having, you know, trying to vacuum seal mason jars. I don't really know. But either way, this is very easy to, excuse me, y'all. So this is very easy to use. I do like how convenient it is, because this little, you know, I'll probably just keep mine in the box just to keep everything nice and neat, and I don't have to worry about it falling out of a cabinet or something like that. very easy, user-friendly, obviously. And I've never actually tried to dry anything that is, let's see, do I have any powdered anything? I don't think I have anything powdered that I could use, because what I have seen is that if you tried to do something like this that was flour or garlic powder or whatever powdered, oh, I know what else I was going to try. Sorry, any powdered thing that you might want to put just like a little bit of just put like a small napkin or a piece of paper towel over the top of your powder, so that way whenever it does try to suck out the air, that powder doesn't get sucked up into your motor. So I think this is going to be a lot better, and that I will be more apt to use this, especially once all my herbs and stuff like that come back in, because then I can start having more basil dried. Because if y'all stay with my channel long enough and all, you know that I really like drying my herbs, because I'll use them a lot for teas, and it's just a whole lot easier than trying to store fresh herbs either in the freezer or trying to use them right away. But overall, using this for the first time, I really like this. It's a lot more convenient than having to drag out my big machine. And yeah, so if y'all ever used anything kind of like this, or any tips and tricks, be sure to leave them in the comment section below. And that pretty much wraps it up for this video. So as always, if y'all have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below, and I'll check in with y'all later. Bye.